Blake here. Here we have my stepper motor light sensor. We have our source of light and our stepper motor with the photoresistor on there. We're going to go ahead and start the sweep with that button press. It'll sweep from 0 to 180. And we'll go back to the brightest light source, stop, and back to 0. And that was an angle of 19 degrees and a brightness level of 953. And we'll go ahead and reposition that light so it's about the middle. Start that sweep again. And it'll stop at that brightness and go back to 0. And that was an angle of 81 degrees and a brightness level of 968. And for our third and final configuration, sorry, this is a bit janky. We're going to set the light right there, start that sweep. And that was 149 degrees and a brightness level of 974. As for our code, we're going to include the stepper library, add an integer for steps per evolution, as that's 2048 in a 360 degree span. Setting all our pin locations for our stepper motor and button, and we're going to include that true toggle logic that we'll use later in the loop. We're going to start our current angle at 0. As for our function, I called it stepper goto, which takes two inputs as new angle and current angle, and we'll basically find the difference between those two angles, convert those to steps, and move the motor by that amount of steps, and update the current angle to the new angle. In our void setup, we're opening our serial monitor, setting our button as an input pull-up, and our stepper motor speed is 15 RPMs. In our loop section, we're going to read our button state to see if it was pressed, and if so, we're going to set the brightest light level to 0 and the brightest angle to 0 to start out. And for our for loop, we're going to sweep from 0 to 180, adding 1 degree for each iteration. And we'll basically move the stepper motor by that amount and read the photoresistor reading to get the light level. And we'll print the angle and light level just for debugging. And if that light level is going to be greater than the brightest light level, we're going to update that brightest light level to be the light level and the brightest angle to be that angle, just so we know exactly where the brightest location is. And we're going to call our function to update our current angle. So this will bring our stepper motor back to the brightest spot, stay for a second, and print out that brightest light level and brightest angle. And we'll go ahead and go back to 0 with the same function and reset the pre-button state to the button state.